Here we are. Hello, everyone. It's so good to see you guys. Everybody, I see that I've got a lot of chats here, a lot of chatters. Oh, my goodness. Cynthia, hello. So, Linda Kennedy is a new member. She signed up to learn tarot and the numbers. I'm so happy to have her. Thank you, Linda. And I have Jen here and Bora Bora. Also, Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Oh, there's Linda. Hi, Linda. It's so nice to see you. Jan Bowles and Cynthia Smith. Greetings. Lovely. Oh, I'll put this one up. Oh, my gosh. Hello, and Ivan.
Greetings to all you lovely people. Thank you, Cynthia, and everyone out there.
Debbie at 3 Shifting Veils. I love these names. It's so good. Oh, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Hey, hello. Thanks for stopping in. I know you're very busy. And I really appreciate you stopping by. Linda Thompson, so good to see you. Mary Thornberry. Oh, whoop. Did I do that? Jen Bowles. Oh. You know what happens is that it jumps on me. There's SR Cush. There we are. And there, I finally caught you, Mary. We're going up. It's very good. Oh my goodness, we have a lot to do today. I would like to remind you to please put your questions all in capital letters. And as Lalit is giving her report for the upcoming week, I'm going to star your questions, and then that'll be put in a vault that we can get to. We're going to try and get to the questions sooner tonight. What else did I want? Oh, I wanted to tell you one other thing. I have a full day on Sunday. But I wanted to tell you what was going on. So Kaylee, I'm going to be on with Kaylee Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And it was like the first, I've had her on before, but boy, last week was amazing. Last Sunday was amazing. And we had the viewers have visitations. One viewer's house just filled up with fragrance. And there were a lot of chills going on. So that was neat. Kaylee comes in and channels the Holy Spirit. It's really fun. Then at 11:30, I'm going to be with Tarot Stash. And then at 4:30, this is all Pacific time, I'll be on Scott's shows. Scott's Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Sun. I'd make a lousy astrologer. I get everything mixed up. Okay, so without further ado, Anne, I've got yours starred, and I'm just going to go through here real quick to see if I have anybody else that have capital letters. I really appreciate that because my eyes are so old. But I have Jen and Anne's question, and I'll be watching from the bleachers. Bye.
Hi, everybody. It's so wonderful to be here with you today. I look forward to this moment all week long. My favorite group. So I promise to try to be really brief because we want to give more time to you for your readings for Debra. So I'm going to dive right in, and we don't have a lot of technical things to talk about today. We're going to talk generally about what the general big energies that are happening now in a general way without a lot of technical stuff. And then there's a very big special day coming up. And I'm going to leave this as a teaser. I'll talk about it last. So you stay tuned because there is one very good day. Well, it's actually maybe a couple of days coming up that are going to be so wonderful that astrologers call electional astrology, not to be confused with elections. Comes from the same root word. Elections are when you're choosing someone. And in electional astrology, you are choosing a date to be the most propitious date for something you want to do. And a lot of times people ask me, and some of you have said to me, what would be a good time for me to send this letter or to have a meeting with this person, or etc. So I'm going to give you 2 days that are coming up that are the best days of the month. Generally speaking, the best days of the month. Really fabulous, something to look forward to. So this is good news. Isn't it nice to have some good news? Every once in a while, we get a couple of great days that you don't want to miss out. And as they're officially happening maybe next week, but you got to be ready for it. So we're going to talk about it today so that you have time to plan all those important choices that you're wanting to know. When is the best day? You'll have a plan and mark your calendars. So let's talk for a minute about Pluto. As you know, Pluto has moving backwards into Capricorn. Dang it. I really, I'm calling this the final countdown. There's a song about that, right? The final countdown. Well, this is it. The final countdown. It goes into 29 degrees of Capricorn. It's retrograde now, and it will turn direct October the 12th, which it will start feeling relief, and then it will move back into Aquarius November 19th. Anyone think of anything important that might be happening around that date? Let me think. Where we're going to be suddenly liberated? Could be, yes. So in November, you can look forward to that happening. But just briefly want to show you today's chart so you see what I'm talking about astrologically. We have Pluto, 29 degrees Aquarius, and it is retrograde. So everybody should look in your horoscope and to see where do you have 29 degrees of Capricorn and 1 degree of Aquarius, which is where this thing is happening between 29 Capricorn and the very next degree, 1 of Aquarius. So look in your horoscope. Look on the outside ring and you'll see where Capricorn, this is the glyph for Capricorn, the goat. It's a sign of a little goat horn on the goat's body. There's a goat's body and the goat's horn up there. It's goat, Capricorn, Aquarius. Look and see it. In this particular chart, it's in the 12th house. So that would be, if you happen in the 12th house, those are hidden things, spiritual things. It's also things like imprisonment and stuff like that. But so just look in your chart because you want to see where you have it. I have it in the 2nd house. And I'm going to be so glad when it's out of there because this is what you value. It's the money house and what you value. And I'm expecting to be really liberated from those big problems. I know you're tired of hearing me complain about my website. I can't get it running. I can't get my computers going. My laptop on me today. You're tired of hearing me do that, but we're about out. I'm just the final countdown. It stays in one place for 20 years. This has been a long-term building up situation for all of us. So look in your chart. What house is it in? And that tells the area where you're about to experience the ending of this problem. A liberation, because Pluto is a planet of death. And it is a liberation, a rebirth into a new phase. So to see where this is about to happen to you, get your chart out and see what house is that in. Look on the rulerships page. Now, anyone who has the horoscope from me, got the rulerships page and an interpretation of the houses. You'll see what area of life it's affecting you. And I'm going to give you some little example. Jen asked me to look at a question, and I'm going to ask for Jen's permission to show how that would work as an example in her chart. But everybody you learn astrology by studying your own chart and your own life and look and see the major cycles. And this is a big one that you cannot miss. It's hugely important and life-changing for everybody when this transition occurs. So you'll see where it happens in your own life. Next thing that's coming up, eclipse season is beginning. Yay, we're all happy to hear that, right? Remember last year when everything hit the fan big time, eclipse season, everyone's going, oh my God, no. It doesn't necessarily mean bad things, no. And this eclipse season is the start of a brand new cycle. For many years, the eclipses happen all in one spot, and that just gets bombarded, boom, 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 like Ukraine is getting from the Russians, boom, 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 for a long time. This is starting a new place. It's going to be in Pisces, 25 degrees of Pisces. So look at your chart and see where that is. To build up for that, we'll be having an eclipse, partial lunar eclipse on September 17th. And this is the opening, the grand opening of eclipse season, the inauguration of the eclipses for the year. We'll begin then, September 17th. We'll talk about that more next week when it's pertinent to next week. And so one thing I'd also like you to notice, you've got Mars. Mars is in Cancer. So looking at Mars here, everybody should see where that's happening in their chart too, because you might have some turmoil and need to be devoting energy in a certain area of your life. Again, by house position, this is going to be here it's going to go retrograde and be there for so long in Mars. Mars is going to be in Cancer for so long in this place. It's not going to get out of there till middle of 2025. So that's a big thing. Look there in your chart also. And that has just gone into Cancer. So that's something that's happening for everybody, Mars in Cancer. Okay, so this is the chart for today that you're looking at. And I'm going to switch it over now to the chart for the most propitious day. We were talking about electional astrology. So as I speak, I'm going to set up the new chart. Oopsie. So electional astrology is what astrologers do. And if you have a reading, you might say to the astrologer, I want to pick a good time to send in this job application or something like that. So that is what astrologers do when they're doing an electional astrology chart. And it naturally is not the same for everyone, but this thing coming up is going to be good for everyone. So it's going to be a good choice for any kind of activity. Maybe there might be a caveat for saying not the best time for things that relate to other people's money. What do I mean by that? Well, like this would be like mortgages, tax situations. Maybe if you're having a litigation about an inheritance money or something like that. That would be something. Okay, yes. Okay, so here's the electional date. September 14th. That's coming right up. So we have time to talk about this a little bit next week, but you need to plan because this is coming up soon. That's 8 days from today. And this is also true on the 15th of September. So mark your calendars that if you want to have a good day for any kind of activity that is not related to taxes or mortgages or other people's money, inheritance, and that kind of stuff, this is a wonderful day. And this is the best day of the month for most kind of activities. And it's the things ruled by Venus, because Venus is, as you know, the planet of love, of relationships, of harmony. It does also have rulership in Libra of legal things. So some good news for us in maybe not for everybody. There'll be a few people that are going to be left out for good news in legal things, but it'll be good news for the rest of us. And this has to do with Venus having a fabulous relationship with Jupiter. Jupiter being the great benefic and Venus being the lesser benefic. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my phone. It's in the other room, so we'll just let it go. It'll stop eventually. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I usually turn it off. Jupiter is in Gemini. Jupiter and Venus are the two great benefic planets that you look to these for wonderful things that can happen to you. And it's in Gemini. These are air signs. Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Jupiter is in Gemini. So these are really great for communications, letter writing, job applications, anything that has to do with other people, harmony and love, all of the important things in life. Really great aspect. It's something so fantastic. They're both in 20 degrees of Libra and 20 degrees of Gemini. It happens. Now, this is going to be precise on the 15th and 16th, and we're starting to lead into this. But you want to notice also that on that day, the moon will be in Aquarius, which is another air sign. And eventually, this is 10 degrees in Aquarius. So we're the next day, it will be forming a perfect grand trine to the other things we were just talking about, to Venus and Jupiter. So we have Venus in Libra, Jupiter in Gemini, and the moon in Aquarius, 20 degrees, all of this. It's a wonderful, wonderful placement for everybody's activities. It'll be a really great, harmonious time to make a move on things. So this is for electional astrology. If you're needing to pick a day that's good for starting a venture, or good for contacting people, good for if you were doing any kind of activity of that sort. It's a really wonderful, wonderful time. So you're going to mark your calendar, and if you have a reading, you want to set it up with the ascendant being best too, to just give it that extra jolt of goodness. So if you happen to have, let's say, Mars and Saturn in 20 square Uranus in 20 degrees of that same thing happening, it might not be the best time for you, but that's going to be a rare person, is going to be counterindicated. And I can't see that unless I look at you can't see that unless you investigate the chart. But for generally speaking, it's a wonderful time, and mark your calendar for that's all those things that you want to mail off and call people and get started with projects and whatnot. Those are the fabulous days, and you'll have a lead-in time. It's best a little bit before. So next week at our meeting, we'll be talking about that. I want to see your report. You're going to have to give us your list of things you're going to do on that wonderful day. So it's the best day of the month. So you want to take advantage of that, and you're here to find out about energies, right? So it's really great that we have a beautiful thing to report for you, and I hope you take full advantage of it, plan ahead, and make the most when the doors are open to you. You make the most for it. So give a little ask to your guides and angels how you should best approach this and what you should be doing, and look for inspiration to be doing the very best things possible that will give you answers to all of the things that you need. And I hope that everybody gets really well prepared to make the most of this beautiful time. So there we have it. And
wow. Wow.
Yeah,
record time, 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Awesome. Thank you.
I did my best to cut it down. I tried to cut it down, but it's wonderful that it's wonderful to bring this news to everyone, because it's very beautiful when you make moves at the right time. The doors open to you so much easier than doing it at the wrong time.
Mary has a message up for you, that she thanks you for taking the notes with special opportunities. Yes,
that's called electional astrology. So because you are electing the best, most propitious time to move in a certain area, you say, what's the best time for me to to this, blah, blah, blah. And this
Nice.
is the best day of the month.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, 14th, 15th, and a
generally
little bit
speaking.
before.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm looking at this is fun. I'm glad we have a date to go by.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good thing.
You know, I had a person. I had a person frustrated coming to me saying, I'm waiting for spirit to speak to me and I haven't heard anything. I stay really calm and I'm quiet, but nothing's happening. I don't hear spirit. So there is something that happens. It's a nuance. And I know we teach how to hear spirit by these pointers, you know, but I got to tell you, your spirit guide is not going to tell you what to do. They're not allowed to. This is a free choice world. So when you ask, what should I do in here? What should I do now? They can't tell you that. How they communicate with you is through impulse. That's all it is an impulse. So you have 3 things you have to do and you'll have an impulse, but you don't recognize that impulse because it's just from you. It's not from spirit, right? But it is from spirit. It is from spirit. Now, there's a lot of different ways they can actually communicate. I had one yesterday. I just want to bring it up real quick. I drive an electric car and I had only 40 miles distance available. And I was thinking, well, I want to go to Costco and I think it's only 10 miles away, but I wasn't sure if I should go. It was late in the day, later than I like to go. And but then I got on myself for procrastinating all the time. I had to pick up a prescription. So what I did was just to calculate the distance, I did look on Google Maps. I was in my car, Google Maps, how far to Costco. And they said 39 miles. I had the right where I was, my location, it had everything right. It was the 39 miles. That can be. So I closed that out, opened another map, did it again, 39 miles. Well, for 40 miles distance, I can't go for that. I mean, that's too risky. So I knew it was wrong, but then it dawned on me. That's how spirit guides suggest new thought. Now, they're not telling me not to go. They're just at this specific time. So I came home, got on the internet, and I looked again. It was, it was 10 miles each way. So, but anyway, that's another way spirit can get a hold of you. So it's not just them telling you what to do because they can't do that. Linda Kennedy's new member. I don't know what's going on tonight. Jen, we're here. I did do your numbers, Jen.
Yes, Jen. Jen, would I have permission to show your chart?
I think you did earlier, but is there something new? Is there something new? Yeah, specific for her, right?
Would is it okay, Jen, if I would like to talk about, I would like to talk about your chart and the things that we were just talking about, to give an example of how you would look at the chart that I send you and say, how does that apply to me? Would I be able to show it? Do you mind?
If she puts a question up, then it's okay it's giving access.
Okay. All righty. So here's your chart, Jen. So in the middle is your natal chart. And we were just talking about that goodness of Venus, which is going to be here in the sign of Libra. And Venus is is then transiting your third house of communication. And look at Uranus there. It's going to be meaning that you're going to be having a good, it's good for change. Good for change. And this is in the area of if you are, I don't know if you do, if you were a writer, this is the time to send your book for publishing. Wow, this is fantastic. But if you do writing or work with, this is, or, you know, if you could do automatic writing and get inspiration. But here's Jupiter, Venus in your third house, and Jupiter is up here in Gemini in your 11th house of your social relationships and friendships and things. And this is communication, Jupiter, but for you, socially, to your friends and loved ones, and this to the third house, which is also communication to your children. So children and your writing ability and social relationships. And then when the moon is up there in Aquarius, this is going to be in your 7th house of partnerships. So for you, that goodness is going to be especially helpful to you, any of your communications, writing, and other people. And so it's fantastic. There's no counter indications. This is all systems go and full steam ahead. So this is great. Quickly mentioning Pluto for you in Capricorn is in the 6th house. And we're talking about what can this mean for you? This could mean if you're having, let's say, health difficulties or problems, let's say you having arthritis or something, Pluto in this position going retrograde and then starting to move out can give you a chance for healing things that you've been carrying around for a long time. So this would be a good time to contact an energy healer and take care of some health issues that you're having with Pluto there. So when I said to everybody, look where Pluto is in your house position. Here's Pluto for her. It's her 6th house of health and service. So the two areas that she's going to want to investigate for change in the better are how she can be more service to people and health. And this can relate to jobs. So you might be able to find, let's say, a job where you're feeling that you're in better service to people that you just love because you can finally do what you enjoy. You can finally feel that you found a healer that can help you of these problems you've been suffering from for the past 10 years, really terrible. Or maybe you could find a solution to that. So that's how you look at your own chart when I give you this information. This is how you would apply it. So there we go. I don't see you any longer. There you're there. Okay. Oh, you went out for a beer, right? That's
I just took a nap. So
I'm going, oh no, I thought it was me. I'm going, oh, what happened?
You're on your own.
All right.
No, I was doing some numbers here. And I have to admit, I was studying this. I hope I got everything. But in advance. So Debbie, 3 shifting veils. I'm just not clear about your question. Would you mind rewriting it all in caps? That's a little more clear. I would really appreciate that. And also with Jen, you're having a 2 personal year, which is going to work out definitely.
I see Jen put in the comment she has rheumatoid arthritis. Jen, I think you're going to be able to find some relief. This is that's big, very big, good. Blessings to you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And then we've got Anne. Do you see a romantic relationship for me this year? Well, let's get the cards out. See if Mr. White Socks is coming in.
Hit all the bars on September 14th.
Yeah, prepare that profile.
I
You
just
know,
say that. I'm
if
just
you
kidding, but I mean, God, that's funny.
yeah, but if you want a profile written, I think all of us here on the chat, we could open up a chat and just kind of write it for you. Put it up there so it's there on the earth. Oh yes. So this is something interesting. What is going to happen? Let's say in the month, I like to read for in 1 month increments, but since this is a weekly show, it looks like what's happening is that you're going to have a new idea about something. Like, oh, I want to go to the outlet mall. I don't know. I want to go to this store over here or this specialty. I don't know what it is, but it's a new idea to go someplace new. And it looks like love is waiting for you there. Isn't that interesting? Probably in the produce aisle. I don't know. But it's new, fresh love that is coming around. And you do have the Wheel of Fortune. So, and it looks stable. So when I say stable, it means that life is synchronizing up all the things that have to happen and all the impulses you need to act on at the level of action. And so if everything falls into place, it's the most probable future. And when I say it looks solid, because I have the Four of Wands coming in. And so go ahead.
Can I say something to
Of course.
hypnicity? And this would apply to everyone because I may not have explained it properly, and I want to make clear that that everybody understands what I'm talking about when I say look at your own chart. Hypnicity, you're talking about where Pluto is in your chart. I did not say where is Pluto in your chart. I said find out where 20. Here's Jen's chart, 29 degrees of Capricorn and 1 degree of Aquarius is in your chart. It's nothing to do with your natal Pluto. It's where you have 29 degrees of Capricorn, which is on your house cusp. So here's Jen's chart. She has Capricorn here at the 6th house. And so 29 degrees of Capricorn and 1 degree of Aquarius are both in her 6th house, not her natal Pluto. This is Pluto today hitting that. So what you want to look at in your chart is where is 29 degrees of Capricorn, 1 degree of Aquarius, not a planet, but a house position in your chart. So this is where she has it. Pluto is sitting there today. So it's not your Pluto at birth. Now you can see what aspect it has, but Pluto is so slow moving. It doesn't hardly go anywhere. It's in one sign for 20 years. So you want to see what house you have 29 Capricorn and 1 degree of Aquarius. And that's the house that Pluto is bombarding. That's the area of life that you need to look at. Okay, I hope that's clear to everybody.
Well, what do the houses mean?
The houses, okay, that's a very good question. This is the way I like to explain it. Imagine that the planet is a Earth in. If I'm not showing you're not showing me there. Okay, imagine that the planetary light that's coming in is a vibration that is entering the Earth's sphere. It enters in a particular sign, which is like a light filter. So let's say the planet is giving purple energy and it hits a light filter of Mars, which is red. Well, that purple is going to be leaning more to the red because it's going through Aries. But the house where it lands is the earth, the place on Earth, the earthly divisions of the sky, because it's where let's see, I'll explain it with Jen's chart. The ascendant shows the horizon at the place where the sun would rise. So this is the easternmost point of the sky around where you are in your personal location. So these are the tangible, ways that the energy is focused in material plane, in the earth plane, in your daily life. So these are the events of daily life that where the focus, where the energy from the planet is filtered by the sign it's in and focused into the activities that are specific to that house. So the first house is your physical body, your health, your personality. The second house is your money, is the money house, what you value, all the things that are precious to you. Third house is communications and the way you communicate. And the fourth house is your home environment. So they're the specific areas of your life, your daily life. So the houses are very much relating to the planet, and they're the specific things that happen, activities, relationships that are real tangible things. Does that make sense?
Yes, but go through the houses. We want to know.
You
the
want to hear
houses.
them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
because
Well, all right.
we're looking for Pluto. Now, I also want to ask you, because you did give everybody a chart.
Everyone has a chart.
Has a chart. So we go to that chart, and that's going to tell us what's happening today.
Yes, that's right.
So we just look for Pluto in that chart that you sent us.
The one that I sent you, you look at your chart and you look at the house position where is Capricorn and Aquarius in your chart, and Pluto is there today.
I thought you were talking about Mars. Maybe not.
Well, I did talk about Mars briefly
Pluto,
today. It just enters
Pluto.
Cancer. Pluto and Mars are octaves of each other.
I just cross-eyed when I look at these things. And when you say the degrees, I'm not there with degrees. I can't do degrees. I don't know how many people who are here do degrees, but it makes it tough to follow sometimes. And probably I'm the only one that gets lost.
No, let me show you what that is. And I'm sorry, the Zoom feature is not working on my screen right now, but just as this is Jen again, Jen's chart. And if you look at the outside rim, it says 15 degrees. So it's nothing mysterious. You look, this would be on her descendant. So this is the axis of her horoscope. It has a little line and it gives degrees. That's to tell you what degree is on that line. So you have a wheel of 360 degrees in a circle, and wherever this is your birth chart. The birth chart is the inner wheel here. So this little sign of degrees is her birth chart, and she has 18 degrees on the horizon when she's born, and this is her chart for her whole life. And you place the moving planets around according to their position. And if this is 18 degrees of Aquarius, and this is Capricorn, so Pluto is in there.
Thank you.
There's Pluto today.
Thank you.
So it's just a wheel that shows
okay
the position. It's like latitude or longitude on the Earth. You're Great. Saying so. Great. So look on your axis, and each house has a degree written on it. Her Capricorn is 26 degrees right here.
Yeah.
And so that's where Pluto is, her 6th house. It's there today.
Okay. It's on the 6th house. Okay. Yeah. Let me get to some of these. I've got 14 starts, so I have to get going. So Debbie, I got the clarification in the messages. Thank you so much. I'm on my way to you. Now I do see back to you, Anne. I wasn't really finished, but I do see some wonderful things happening to you, for you to choose. There's options for you to choose coming around for a relationship. So congratulations on that. And we have Charlie. Any info on my moving anytime soon? Let me see. Well, the 14th and 15th would be good. She didn't see the humor in that. Will I be now? Soon to me is like within a month or two. So I think you're going to be. Yeah, actually, it says yes, and it'll. If you don't know where you're going to move, whatever step or stage you are right now, because any info on my moving anytime soon, wherever you are now, it looks like it goes to the next step through friends, through social events. So if you're looking for a place to rent, let's say you'll go to a barbecue or a house party or something like that, or over to a friend's house, and someone will walk in and say, I have a house to rent. I don't know. That's just an example. So the answer is yes. The next step, moving forward to that action, looks like it comes in the next week for you. So keep your eyes open. Keep happy about the situation. Try not to worry about it. And just ask and then move forward. When you get the impulse to get together with someone, you just go and get together with them. There might be someone, you're driving to a restaurant, you see a sign in the window, house for rent, that type of thing. Or if you already have your plans, the next step is gonna be there for you. Dolly says, do you see love in my future? Do I have your number? I don't. Let me see. It's nice to see you, Dolly. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
May I say something to Shockwave quickly?
Mm-hmm.
Shockwave, you wanted an astrology reading. I see all your data here. I'm assuming that I don't recognize, I don't know what your name is, and I entered astrology charts with name. I don't think I've done you though, but I don't have a place, so I need a place. And so astrology vibrations, I'll put up the little card, or maybe
it's I'll put the
okay,
banner
she'll
up.
put it up. So if you could send me your place of birth, then I can send you an interpretation. That's not a reading exactly, but it's a basic interpretation of your chart, and you'll have it there to look at for any time you see us. You'll get it out and say, oh, look, you can read it along with us.
Okay. So that's the thing, when you communicate here with your stage name for YouTube, we need the name that you gave Lalit for your chart, or email, that type of thing. So I did look at your at that love coming in, and I do see. So I want to say, don't give up. Success is right around the corner, but it looks like there's another, I call it a season. It's a moon phase that has to. So didn't we just have a new moon last week?
Yes, we did.
So this
growing.
week coming up is growing. Right. So do your moon work, because that's what Spirit is saying. This is, and basically, make sure your request is clear, but don't have a real hard four corners on the type of person you want, because the type of person you want may not be the best, because we kind of get attracted to people who fill in our comfort zone and don't stretch us enough. I can talk all on that, but nonetheless, guys, I notice that with numbers, when I do numbers, that people will gravitate to numbers that people with numbers that aren't as good, actually. So you've got astrology vibrations, plural, at gmail.com. I hope that helps, Dolly. And I've got, okay, so this is the one. So there you go. Perfect. Astrologyvibrations.com. So
vibrations at Gmail.
I'm sorry. Gmail.
Yeah.
I'm reading my next question. That's why
If you try to go to astrologyvibrations.com, you can't get in. Neither can I.
okay.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
So
Okay.
I am really excited about this question. So she says, I received a code during my half state. That's when you're half awake, half asleep, and answered yes when asked if I accept. Now what happens? I love this because it's just like you were able, your spirit insisted on being present when this happens. And that means you're doing really good things with your spiritual life, really good things. So, as far as the codes go, they will, it's like a bank. You get a bank of information that you don't understand right now. But as you click on your life going forward, there the answers you need are in the codes that will just automatically come to you. It's not like you do download some of it, but for the most part, I see a bank of codes and that is are going to serve you well from now on out. It's interesting. I'm curious, Debbie, do you do psychic work? Do you what's your fascination? Because whatever your fascination is, focus on that. We're only born for one thing, and that is to follow our fascination. That's it. And so, if you're able to do that along with this new information, um, just that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. That congratulations. Oh wow, that was it. I'm going to go to the regular chat to see if anyone else has had codes downloaded. Oh, thank you, Liz and all. If you are able to get to my say birthday October, let's see it. I just need it in caps, please. I just can't read it fast enough. And let's see. So here, Liz and Oz says, many of us are extremely exhausted lately due to the downloads and solar flares. Can barely get out of bed these days. Isn't that nice? It's like spirit saying, "Stop, stay. We're working on you."
It's
If you
true.
can
We need
just,
extra sleep. Get
yeah,
extra sleep. We all need it. You have to plan for that. You have to nourish your body, replenish it for those solar flares and magnetism that's coming at us right now is really strong. They coincide with the planetary things. And yep,
I
this
love
is
that.
normal. It's normal. So don't worry. You're not, this is normal. Take care of yourself. Lots of water, lots of sleep,
She was saying,
and lots of meditation.
So I was never taught this in my metaphysical and esoteric. That's because it's not really done that way, my friend. Okay, so that's why it's not taught. Spirit is coming to you in a very unique way. And it's not like it's every day, so it's in a book somewhere. This is spirit asking you to have a personal relationship with them. And so you will have an impulse to do something that's not in the books, not in on the YouTube channels. And just move into that because you're there. You are there. Oh, okay. So she says, I'm getting started on my channel. So those codes are what you need to speak out, you see, because whatever you're doing is it's preparing you for that. I do have the knowledge, but no control over it. I read, well, that's fine. You know, the people who need your message, your wisdom will be there for you. So um, lean into it because spirit certainly has faith in you. uh, so I'm going to run back to my starred ones And thank you for telling me the details on that. And Shockwave wants to know if there's going to be a positive outcome on the legal case. Now, when any psychic like checks in on that, it's whatever the energy signature that's there at the moment. And it looks like everything you need is there. And so it's just waiting for now next week. I don't know when it's supposed to be resolved. And it's hard with timing, but I'd say next week, no, not resolved. And you'll probably the following week, you'll get information about it. About it. So it does look that it's progressing. So I'm not getting like, will it be a positive outcome? That's all in perspective. And I'm going to say yes, because saying no is too distressful. I mean, watch what you're asking, especially with psychics. You do not set yourself up for that, please, because the little ones, the baby psychics out there will say no. Or if they feel no, it's they don't. So please frame your questions so it's not open-ended.
On that topic, if I can say one little thing.
Sure.
What you want, you're looking at as the positive thing, but maybe there's something that you need that is really the best outcome for you, and you don't really want that, but you need it. So if you say, is the positive outcome going to come for you, you might be getting it messed up because you're not being clear on what you actually mean, because you are going to get what you need.
Right.
But you may not want it, and that might not be what you think of as positive.
So the frame of reference you should use is, will my case be have a resolution by the end of the month or something like that?
Yeah.
And then, will I be happy? So, then because of positive illegal case and all that stuff, will I be happy? Then I check into your energy signature to see if you're happy around that time, that type of thing. That's how you go down the rabbit hole. And so let's frame it that way. And it looks like, yes, you will be happy. I mean, sincerely, yes. You are obsessing over it, though. Oh, my gosh. Like you're really focused on a certain outcome. And I understand that totally. But try and breathe in something new to think about. So you're not as drained. I bet you're drained. And I've got Lalit. Can you give me your thoughts on my relationship with P? Any next steps you see? Does he get jealous, worried about other men? And I had a private reading with her. Thank you so much. I'm glad that there was some communication.
Can you give me a second?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Let me go to Cynthia. Get it set up. Yeah, and then come back.
Let me go to Cynthia. And so we're coming back, SR. Cynthia is saying, I just wish my daughter-in-law would be more forthcoming with kindness instead of always reprimanding. She is A personality, type A personality. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's tough when you've got your kids aren't doing what you want. My gosh. So I'm sorry that is you're going through that. I'm so sorry. And we've got hypnicity. Your birthday is 6/25/60. Yeah, I do need that. I don't know if you asked a specific question. I just got the one all in caps. That's your birthday. I don't think I got it. No. So if you had a specific question, I didn't get it. So and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read the small print. Anyway, so your birthday is 6/25/60. I'm going to work out the number and then give you a reading from that, which is usually pretty darn good. 60. You're just like me, 2911. So, there's a lot of restlessness with 11s right now. You also have a personal year of 3. So that's a good year. Last year, not so much, but 3 personal year can be pretty fun because that's also creative. So you have this nervous energy and you're already very creative. You're really, really intuitive. And if you can just let that go and take you where it wants to take you, then you'll find some wonderful things by next year. Next year you're entering a 4, but while you're in the 3, when I say follow those things, I mean you have something you love, fascination. To bring it into reality or bring it into your life more, you have to do something at the level of action. And literally just moving to your computer and typing out that fascination to do research on is a level of action, and it'll just quicken that bounty in. So you do have it for sure. And I have, interesting. I have you walking away from something that you've spent a lot of time and effort on, and that's a good thing. Better late than never, for sure. So you're giving up something. It could be I'm giving up worry. I'm giving up toxic friendship. I'm giving up. It doesn't have to be that big, but you are walking away from something that you put all your best effort into, and it might not have panned out. This is the year for you to really move out and find something new. So don't waste it on things that, and it sounds like you're not. I've got the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from something. So I'll bless you and leave you with that. Do you have anything to add?
No, I just was reminding you that I was going to do SR when you were done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did.
Quickly.
Sorry. Okay.
So SR, looking at the person that you are interested in asking about, that really fortunate thing that's happening at the end of this week is hitting him right on the ascendant of his personal self, and it will be affecting how he sees relationships. And I'm wondering if his mother is alive. There might be some kind of a situation with, I don't know if he still has a mother, but it's a very good time for you to make contact with him. He has had some Mars influences of a negative type regarding jealousy and wanting to be protective and of a relationship and being a little jealous things, but this coming week will be very, very good for communicating. So yes, those days we talked about, September 14, 15, and that period he should be very open and free.
All right. Awesome, Possum. Thanks for reminding me. I just go down a straight line, that's what I do.
Was there something that Cynthia wrote for me that I missed?
She just wishes that her daughter-in-law would be more forthcoming with kindness instead of always reprimanding. She is type A personality. So there really wasn't a question there. Just wishes. I totally get that. Totally get that. Interestingly, here we're just at 1 hour, and I need to. Jen, you make me laugh. She says, I'm writing that down. I'm going to shake my tushy on the 14th to attract some options. Yes, the
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, you can work
I love
with that little playlist of video music, you know,
that.
freedom, where they're shaking their tushies all really strong. You
That's
can
right.
practice to that.
So, I love that.
Yeah.
So Shockwave 43 would like to have.
Okay, Shockwave, you got to send me your place.
Oh yeah.
You email me your place, and I will
Oh,
send
that's right.
you a
We already
little
did that.
report. Yeah.
So that's astrology vibrations plural.com. And this is the last one. Date of birth is May 31st, and she is timeless. She has no year. That's fine. I did work it out. You do have an 8 personal year and an 8 universal year. So you should be manifesting. If you're not manifesting like pronto, quickly, if you're laboring over anything, then you got to get your thoughts straight. And if you I always say the nice thing about manifesting is that, like an 8 personal year or universal year, is that you can manifest mad fast, but the downside is you can manifest mad fast, because if you're not focused, then you bring in a whole bunch of junk
incoming. Yeah.
incoming. The same. My life is the same. Well, there's a way to get around that, so I hope that helps. All right. Well, we are at the end. Let me just go to the regular chat. Oh, Rose says she's got some downloads late last night. Today my ears are ringing. Yep, that's certainly. Yeah. And SR says his mom is alive. Yes. So. Well, I sure love my Fridays with Lalit. I enjoy it very, very much. This is the highlight of our week, I swear. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. I've got a show Pacific, and then another one at 11:30 with on Tarot Stash's channel, and on Scott's show at 4:30. Pacific. What are you doing?
Is that tomorrow?
Oh no, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh my God.
I'm going, oh no, I got that all wrong. I was writing it down. No, got to be there. And then
I'm
you went
so
Saturday.
sorry.
Oh no, I'm confused.
Oh, man,
okay, everybody. Sunday.
Okay. Sunday, 10, 11:30.
I'll be
And
there.
I'm not simulcasting. But so I'll put it in the community page. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Love you all.
See you next
blessings
week.
to you. Be prepared for it. Influx of great joy and love.
Yay. See ya.